I rarely find it in conversation, even when I'm out surfing. I don't usually find a place to put some of these emotions that I have or frustrations. And so music becomes a vehicle that can handle it, you know. It has this ability to get underneath the skin, underneath my skin, and you know, whether you're listening or composing a song, I think the feeling's the same. That somehow the music can handle it. It can take those emotions, those raw things that you don't tell anyone, and you know, it somehow lets it out into the air in a way that's healthy and acceptable. You know, I mean, I'm always amazed that you can take a song about politics or God or sex or anger, bitterness, religion, all these things that won't fit into a conversation with even your closest friends at times. You can put it in a song and, you know, play it for thousands of people and it's totally appropriate. That's a really, really good thing for me.
No, it is wild because, you know, it speaks to the deepest part of everybody, and in a language that isn't the typical discussion. So now, this new album, tell us a little bit about the adventure of it and some of the things that were some surprises and the parts of the journey of making it that you've enjoyed the most.
Yeah, this album is a long, twisting story that starts a couple years ago, I think, with our departure from Columbia, Sony. We had been so frustrated with the regime changes that happened every few months over there, where you'd have your team and then they'd all be fired, and this just happened month after month after month. And you develop relationships with these people. You have to have synergy. I mean, our music, for me, is all about community, and so to have a lack of community with the people that are putting the music out just felt a little bit. It didn't feel in keeping with the songs we wanted to sing. So we left Columbia and kind of took a break from everything. Put out some solo projects and side projects, and then we went back into the studio with several different people. We did a few songs with Charlie Peacock. We did a few songs with some other folks, and including an incredible engineer by the name of Daryl Thorpe, who did a bunch of stuff for Radiohead and Paul McCartney and you know, a few other guys that play pretty good music. and at the same time, we had built our own studio, so we were experiencing this incredible freedom where we could do anything we wanted. No label, no studio fees. We're just basically we're in charge, trying to put limits on ourselves. And after tracking, 60 or 80 songs, we began to kind of hit the wall as far as, you know, what makes a good song, what makes a song that is going to make the record, because not all 80 are going to get out there. And so the conclusion became much more driven by the way that the song affected us. You know, I think the motto was, if you're not crying, why are you singing it? If it doesn't affect you emotionally, if that's not the song you want to die singing, then maybe let's skip to the next one. And so after we completed the record with a guy named Mike Elizondo, who's done a bunch of stuff for, Eminem and Dr. Dre and Mary J. Blige, we ended up, now we've got this record and we're trying to figure out how to get it out there, because making a record is totally different than actually getting it into people's hands. So we were planning on putting it out ourselves, and then the folks at Atlantic chased us down and really loved what they had heard, Rob Cavallo and a couple of the other guys, Craig Coleman. And So after thinking about it, we decided to partner up with them and get the music out to everybody, because we really feel like this record is one that we really want it to be heard around the world, and they're the folks that can get it out there internationally. So we're amped. I mean, it's been kind of a long and twisting road, like I said, but I feel like the end result has more passion and more hope than a record we've done in a long time.
That's awesome. And of course tonight there's thousands of people that are listening that not only can enjoy the music and but they can also help promote it and get it out there through friending you on Facebook, MySpace, and following you guys on Twitter, and emailing their entire database about the new album, Hello Hurricane. And the reason everybody wants to do it is because it's more than music. It's the mission behind the music, and I think we all can benefit from learning how to, welcome problems that we can't control in a way that we can at least react in a way that can have a positive impact.
Yeah.
Rather than just being a victim or responding with anger or resentment. Now, tell me this. You make 60 to 80 songs. Just when I was at your house, I was amazed by just the natural process of creation. Is sometimes it happen easily, sometimes hard? And how do you create so many songs?
I think the best songs are the ones that come to me, that I don't have to chase down. And I was telling a few folks the other day, I was actually telling Mike Elizondo, the guy who produced the record with us, I was saying that I honestly feel like the songs chase me down, that I feel like they haunt me until I finish them. And it's not a matter of me being a songwriter, but more just a matter of just I guess writing things down as they come to me. And I definitely have written songs that I've tried really hard to finish them, and I feel like I've put a lot of effort into them, and those end up being the worst. The ones that I feel like I don't have fingerprints all over them, those are the ones that feel like they have this transcendent light and meaning and depth that I could have never planned. I often equate songwriting with archaeology. A songwriter is somebody who digs. Every day you get up and you dig. You dig in your own backyard, you dig in the newspaper, you dig all sorts of places, and then one day you strike something and you uncover this lost city, and it's been there for maybe thousands of years, and you didn't build it, but you discovered it. And those, I feel like, what the great songs feel like. They feel like a discovery.
That's wild. So if that's the case, then when you initially discover it, and even when you make it, are there times when even after you've played it, heard it many times, that you discover new rooms within that lost city, new parts to the song that you didn't even realize early on were there?
Yeah, I'd say that's true. I think that external events always have a sway over the songs in the way that they are heard. I'm really thankful that our songs that have been popular at radio and played a lot, that people want to hear at concerts, are songs that I really believe in. I've got friends that play in bands that wrote a song that was just fun in the moment and became wildly successful, and they hate playing it night after night.